mark on their peers as well as their teachers. And they really possess too many wonderful qualities for me to mention here. So I'm gonna have to just select a few endearing qualities. So that doesn't mean you don't have all wonderful qualities, but I'll highlight a few. Our first graduate exemplifies discipline and devotion in all that he does. We can count on him with total confidence for every activity or project, any commitment he makes. And over the years, it's been such a joy to watch him develop more and more self-confidence, become a wonderful leader, and also a very charmingly humorous person. I welcome Rupesh Graduation to please share a few words.
My humble pronouns at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan, Sri Satya Sai Baba. Sairam, everyone. Before I start my speech, I would like to basically reiterate the fact that I personally cannot believe I'm giving my speech right now. And in fact, when I was in my final year of Group 2, and the graduates were giving their speeches, I thought to myself, man, I have 6 years left before this happens. Middle school left, high school left, and so I was fine. And then Group 3 rolled in, final year of Group 3, our graduates were giving their speeches, and then I thought 3 years left. Okay, many things will happen over these 3 years. ACT will happen, SAT will happen, college apps will happen, so many things will happen. And then 2 weeks prior to today, Latanti and Saidi Barker uncle are telling me to prepare my graduation speech. So this basically identifies how fast time went by from 6th grade to 12th grade. But I can say that the past 6 to 7 years of life offered me one of the greatest gifts of my life, and that is becoming part of the SSE program. SSE has offered me knowledge, experiences, and wisdom that I will cherish for the rest of my life. The various stories in Group 2, covering the 5 human values, to the meticulous discussions on modern struggles and pressures, have provided me various lessons that I could ruminate on and apply to everyday experiences. And this year, one prominent life application that I would like to identify is we basically portrayed how much time we have left, how much time we spend our time on our daily activities through the ribbon activity and the 100 blocks activity. This basically pointed out how much time I really have to achieve my goals and how much time I spend on other activities that I do. But this only pertains to this year and this age group. Regardless of the age group, each group level helped me better myself in terms of understanding Swami's teachings and values. Coming to Sai Center initially started off as another activity that would take away a few hours on a Sunday to come here, stay until bhajans are over, and then leave back home, do other stuff. But over the years, coming to Sai Center eventually became a chance to meet extended family members. And the reason I say that is, the moment we enter the building, we have someone say Sai Ram. And that basically helps comfort us and feel like we are nowhere else but we are with our family members. They alleviate all stress that we have, and they basically feel like we are at home. And coming to Sai Center and learning the principles established by Swami require immense attention, and that is, of no doubt, immense attention. However, imbibing these principles and telling us to, encouraging us to practice these on a daily basis requires help from teachers, And I would like to take this opportunity to thank my teachers from Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. And Satish Uncle, Sharma Uncle, Kavita Auntie from Group 2, Ramesh Uncle from Group 3, and Lata Auntie and Sai Devadra Uncle from Group 4. And I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the bhajan teachers, Saraswati Auntie and Padma Auntie, who helped me learn bhajans in Group 2 and Group 3. And I cannot forget these two people, but Varalakshmi Auntie and Chandrasekhar Uncle are one of the primary influences of my life I had in SSE. Ever since I joined Veda class, they would teach me and encourage me to practice new Vedas and inspire me to learn the meaning from each mantra. Varalakshmi Auntie is a special case because she's the only teacher who I was personally scared of ever since I saw her, and she and I know this really well. In fact, when I don't have Veda class, I can't go to Veda class anymore, but on a Sunday, I look at the time, and when it's about 1:30, I still receive a sudden rush of adrenaline and cortisol, being, I'm late to Veda class type thing. And she inspired, although she instilled some feelings of fear, she inspired me to learn the ancient scriptures and practice these on a daily basis every day. And mere chanting is not enough. The meaning behind each mantra should also be understood. And Chandrasekhar Uncle helped me, inspired me to learn the meaning and basically receive the full effect of this. And I would like to share this incident that I had a few months ago, and this is related to omnipresence, Swami's omnipresence. And I felt Swami's omnipresence in various situations, but this one is very special to me. And what this is the following. So basically, I used to intern or volunteer at the Providence Park Hospital. And one day I was going to my room to sign my in while I was humming a bhajan. And while I was there, I was signing my code in to basically identify the department I'll be volunteering in. And nobody was there in that room prior, and it was empty, the lights were off in fact. And then right next to my finger was this small Swami's picture that I found. Like, it was right next to my finger, it was this small. And I was flabbergasted over my head. I could not believe I actually found a Swami picture next to my hand in a hospital, and it was almost brought tears to me, and it was basically trying to, basically helps me identify Swami's omnipresence in every aspect of my life, everywhere I go. And yes, and this was a special case. And before I conclude, I would like to recognize a few important people of my life. And without their sacrifices, time, and energy, I would not be here right now, speaking in front of you. And they are none other than my mom and dad. And my mom and dad worked so hard, ever since I was born, of course, to help me become who I am right now, encouraging me, and by taking me to temples since a young age, exposing me to bhajans, Veda, and all sorts. And without their time and energy, I would not be able to attend Sai Center and become part of this program. And especially when my dad is out of town. I cannot explain how hard it was for my mom to control a 6th grader and a 1st grader, and allow them to bring them to Bal Vikas on time and Veda class on time. And in many occasions, she would skip her lunch to basically help me get started and back here on time. And this life is not enough for me to think how much happiness both of them provided. And another figure who is also very important is my brother. And Sagat, he has changed my life ever since he was born, and I personally cannot imagine my life without him. And in many occasions, he taught me some things in his trivial sort of ways. So I like that. And finally, Swami has given me the opportunity to have various privileges in the form of parents, a brother, family members, teachers, and friends. And he transformed me from a shy 6th grader who walked into this building, not knowing anything of his life, human values, party, experience, everything, to one who understands him and will continue to practice these values for the rest of my life. And I would like to thank teachers, audience members for listening, and I'd like to thank Swami and Jai Sai Ram.